Presentation of Scholastic Scrimmage on WPSU is made possible in part by a grant from the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education. 14 universities providing quality higher education opportunities in more than 120 areas of study, including fields like education, business, and medical professions. Information at passhe.edu.
They come from schools all over Pennsylvania. They learn.
Who wrote the importance of being
capital of Peru?
They practice.
What species of mammal is the capital of Iowa?
They compete. Join us as they test their knowledge on Scholastic Scrimmage.
And this is Scholastic Scrimmage on WPSU. The competition in tonight's first game is between Mercersburg Academy in Franklin County and Redbank Valley in Clarion County. I'm David Price, and we are down to the last Final Four game in Division II. Tonight's winner moves on to the championship game on May 21st. Teams, let's get started with your quick quiz. Mercersburg Academy, you're up first. What Dutch Baroque painter created Girl with a Pearl Earring? Spencer.
Rembrandt.
Jan Vermeer. Albany is the capital of what state? Mary.
New York.
Correct. The optic nerve is found in what organ? Mary.
The eye.
Correct. What hammering mayor of the palace defeated Muslim forces in 732 at Tours? Spencer.
Charles Martel.
Correct. What U.S. constitutional amendment provides for the direct election of senators? Matt.
17th.
17th is absolutely correct, and that puts Mercersburg Academy on the board with 40 points after the quick quiz. It is time to quick quiz Redbank Valley. Danish architect Jorn Utzon designed what sail-shaped Australian landmark? Gail.
The Sydney Opera House.
Correct. What is the capital of New Mexico? Gail.
Santa Fe.
That's correct. Myopia is the scientific name for what eye condition? Gail.
Nearsightedness.
Correct. Who commanded the ships America, Ranger, and Bonhomme Richard? Gail.
John Paul Jones.
That's correct. What U.S. constitutional amendment gave men the right to vote regardless of race or color? Gail.
15th.
That is the 15th, and that is a very good start with our quick quiz. Our score is 50-40. Time now for a toss-up question that each team will have the opportunity to answer. You answered the toss-up correctly, and you earn your team a follow-up. Let's go to round one. First category is arts and literature. Toss-up question. What author of Men Without Women committed suicide in Idaho in 1961, 7 years after winning the Nobel Prize for works like For Whom the Bell Tolls? Mary.
Hemingway.
Ernest Hemingway is correct. Your follow-up, Mercersburg Academy. True or false? Author Ambrose Bierce disappeared without a trace in Mexico while there to observe the Mexican Revolution.
Just pick.
Mary.
True.
That is true. History toss-up question. What 1215 document, Gail,
Magna Carta.
signed by King John at Runnymede, limited the king's power and established the writ of habeas corpus? Magna Carta is correct. Your follow-up, Redbank Valley. True or false? Roman dictator Marcus Valerius Corvus voluntarily gave up his position after defeating the Equi. Gail.
False.
That is false. It was Cincinnatus who did that. Geography toss-up question. The Nueces River enters the Gulf of Mexico at what Texas city? Named for a Catholic feast that's now known as
Corpus Christi.
Again?
Corpus Christi.
The solemnity of the body and blood of Christ. Corpus Christi is the name, and your follow-up, Mercersburg Academy. True or false? Ciudad Juarez, Mexico is directly across the Rio Grande from El Paso, Texas. Mary.
True.
That is true. Pennsylvania is the category. Toss-up question. Cowan's Gap State Park and Buchanan's Birthplace State Park are near what county seat of Fulton County? Matt.
Shippensburg.
Nope. Redbank Valley. McConnellsburg, county seat of Fulton County. Toss-up in math and science. Pencil and paper may help you. What is the sum of the first 10 odd natural numbers? Noting that their average is 10 and their sum is 10 times the average. Gail.
21.
No. Mercersburg. Interestingly enough, 100 is the sum of those first 10 odd integers. Social studies toss-up question. In Coker v. Georgia, the Supreme Court upheld that murder was the only crime that could justify what punishment? Gail.
The death penalty.
Now carried out usually by lethal injection. Your follow-up, Redbank Valley. What branch of philosophy explores questions of right and wrong? Gail.
Ethics.
Ethics is correct. History toss-up question. What set of documents, which were commissioned in 1967 by Robert McNamara and leaked to the press in 1971, described
Pentagon Papers.
Described American policy in Vietnam? The Pentagon Papers is correct. Your follow at Mercersburg Academy. First and last names needed on this one, please. Who endowed the University of Chicago in the late 1890s and became the world's first billionaire, largely due to his founding of the Standard Oil Company?
John D. Rockefeller.
Mary.
John D. Rockefeller.
John D. Rockefeller is correct. Geography, toss-up question. The Columbia River forms part of the northern boundary between Oregon and what other, Matt?
Washington.
U.S. state. Washington is correct. Your follow at Mercersburg. The active volcano Erebus and the dormant volcano Terror are both found on what island in McMurdo Sound off of the coast of Antarctica? Mary.
Ross Island.
Ross Island is correct. Arts and literature toss-up question. In what Jane Austen novel does Lucy Steele release Edward Ferrars from his secret engagement? Oh, Gail.
Pride and Prejudice.
Now finish the question for Mercersburg Academy.
Sense and Sensibility.
Allowing him to marry Eleanor Dashwood. Sense and Sensibility is correct. Your follow at Mercersburg Academy. Praxiteles was once credited with what 6.7-foot high statue, now attributed to Alexandros of Antioch, that is found in the Louvre and has no arms?
Venus de Milo. Venus de Milo.
Mary.
Venus de Milo.
Venus de Milo is correct. And that is going to be the end of one of our higher scoring first rounds. Brings us to our first fast track of the day. Redbank Valley, the team with the lower score at this point, so you are the recipient of our first fast track. We've got 60 seconds and 10 questions. Let's go. Fast track. What bone runs from the tip of your elbow to the little finger side of the wrist? Gail.
Ulna.
Correct. What peninsula extending due north from Germany separates the Baltic Sea from the North Sea? Gail.
Jutland.
Correct. What conquistador explored large areas of the Southwest while searching for the 7 golden cities of Cibola? Gail.
Coronado.
Correct. What monk is said to have used the door of the Wittenberg Church to post his 95 Theses? Gail.
Martin Luther.
Correct. In Greek mythology, who is referred to as the goddess of the hunt? Brody.
Artemis.
Correct. Complete name needed here. What president succeeded John F. Kennedy? Gail.
Lyndon Baines Johnson.
Correct. Who wrote Song of Solomon and Beloved? Toni Morrison. What Spanish explorer dubbed his find to the South Sea after crossing Panama in 1513 to discover the Pacific Ocean? Gail.
Ponce de Leon.
Balboa. What state is located east of Oregon? Gail.
Idaho.
Correct. The blind spot of the retina occurs where it attaches to what nerve? And the crash happened as I was finishing that, so the light came on too late, but that is a pretty fine fast track. We take a little break here and re-meet our student scholars from Redbank Valley. Immediately to my left is Gail Garmong, the senior from Redbank Valley. Would like to take a little trip, head over the seas, across the pond, as they say. Maybe they don't say across the pond, but we say it that they say. And go to what country?
I'd like to visit France if I ever have the chance.
Why? And then speak in poems, too, and rhymes. That's good.
Yes.
Why France?
Well, I've studied French in high school, and I just find the country very fascinating as far as culture and their language as well.
Hopefully you'll be able to make the trip. And it's good to see you, Gail. Good luck today. Carrie Snyder, sophomore, maybe dragging it just a little bit today. Early morning for you. What got you out of the sack so early?
New Halo map pack came out today.
The game Halo.
Yes.
Yeah, so why'd you have to get up so early to get maps for Halo?
I wanted to play it before school and just see how it was so I could talk to all my friends.
The things to motivate us to get out of bed early. Yes, good to see you, Carrie. Good luck today. Frank Walls is a junior. Came in today with a little bit of trepidation because he took a trip yesterday to a place that, well, we're at Penn State now. And where did you go?
Pitt.
Pitt, the University of Pittsburgh. Now that's okay. We don't hold anything against the University of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
It's the whole athletic field thing that, it's a nice friendly competition. Are you thinking about going to Pitt?
Just a little. I'm thinking more of going to Penn State than Pitt.
Oh, great.
I'm not just saying that to suck up to anybody. It's true.
Here I am trying to soften the whole thing up, and he brings that one in. Well, it's good to see you, Frank. Good luck, and we'll try to get you a little bit later on. Brody Toy is the freshman of the group, just got back from a trip to Florida. What took you to Florida?
We were going because my brother's leaving for the Navy in July, so we decided to go and have a vacation he can remember.
So you headed to Florida, and you didn't make it to Disney World this time?
No, my parents thought we've went there enough.
You can never go to Disney World enough. But it's good to see you, Brody. Good luck today. The alternate for Redbank Valley is Katie Snyder, a junior, and the coach is Greg Campbell. And let's go to round 2. First question out of the box in round 2 is a toss-up in social studies. During his term as president, who created the Departments of Education and Energy and negotiated the Panama Canal? Spencer.
Teddy Roosevelt.
And I'll finish the question for Redbank Valley. And negotiated the Panama Canal Treaty and the Camp David Accords. Gail.
William McKinley.
Jimmy Carter. Pennsylvania toss-up question. Founded in 1695, what church in Philadelphia that still holds services today counted Betsy Ross and Benjamin Franklin among its regular parishioners and also hosted the Continental Congress? It has the simple name Christ Church. Math and science toss-up question. Galileo used changes in density in his form of what devices, whose optical varieties? Spencer.
Lenses, telescope.
Nope, I finished the question for Redbank Valley. Optical varieties detect the emission of infrared radiation to measure temperature. Gail.
Thermometer.
Thermometer's correct. Your follow-up, Redbank Valley. Even totally deaf people can experience what condition known as ringing in the ears? Gail.
Auditory dissonance.
Tinnitus is what we're looking for. History, toss-up question. Fidel Castro rose to power in 1959 after overthrowing what leader? Fulgencio Batista. Arts and literature, toss-up question. What son of Venus and Anchises? Spencer.
Aeneas.
Romances Dido, the Queen of Carthage, while leading the Trojans to Italy in the Virgil epic named for him. Aeneas is correct. Your follow-up, Mercersburg Academy. What Russian-born composer of 4 piano concertos also wrote Rhapsody on a theme of Paganini and the tone poem The Isle of the Dead? Mary.
Shostakovich.
Rachmaninoff, Sergei Rachmaninoff. Current events, toss-up question. In 2008, Lori Drew was indicted on charges related to what activity that involves using the internet to harass a child? Tasha.
Cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying is absolutely correct. Your follow-up, Mercersburg Academy. The World Wildlife Fund encouraged people to go dark on March 28, 2009 for a period of time known as what?
Hour. Some hour or something.
Earth hour.
Mary.
Earth hour.
That is correct. Geography. Toss-up question. Belarus and what other country border Poland to the east? Gail.
The Ukraine.
That is correct. Your follow-up, Redbank Valley. On what sea, an inlet of the Barents Sea that lies south of Kola Peninsula, is the Russian port city Arkhangelsk located? Gail.
The Black Sea.
The White Sea. Social studies, toss-up question. In 764, Abu Ja'far al-Mansur founded what city that became the Abbasid capital and hosted the House of Wisdom and is now Spencer.
Baghdad.
And is now capital of Iraq. Baghdad is correct. Your follow-up, Mercersburg Academy. In 1973, Congress was prompted by Richard Nixon to pass what legislation to protect plants and animals and the ecosystems upon which they depend?
Environmental Protection Act, maybe.
Mary.
Environment Protection Act.
Known as the Endangered Species Act of 1973. And that is going to be the end of round 2. Our current score 170 to 175. It is time for our second fast track of the day. The rules still apply. 60 seconds and 10 questions. Let's go. Fast track. What is the largest artery in the body? Matt.
Aorta.
Correct. The Sea of Cortez is also known as what? Gulf of California. What man began the policies of glasnost and perestroika in the Soviet Union? Matt.
Gorbachev.
Correct. Who is the Greek goddess of love and beauty? Matt.
Venus.
Aphrodite. What U.S. president was succeeded in office in 1837 by his vice president, Martin Van Buren? Mary.
Jackson.
Correct. Who wrote Fahrenheit 451? Tasha.
Bradbury.
Correct. What explorer was the first Englishman to survive circumnavigation of the globe? Matt.
Francis Drake.
Correct. What state is located west of North Dakota? Matt.
Montana.
Correct. The eye is filled with a transparent jelly-like substance called what? Vitreous humor. Athos, Porthos, and Aramis are the title trio of what Alexandre Dumas work? Mary.
Three Musketeers.
They are the Three Musketeers, and Sights and Sounds is on the way. We take a little break right now and re-meet our student scholars from Mercersburg Academy. Captain of the team is Mary Chen, who is a junior at Mercersburg, who is studying martial arts. What kind of martial arts? There are many, many kinds to study. What do you study?
Japanese martial arts.
How'd you get involved with that?
Well, last year, one of our teachers at our school, he's a black belt. He came to us and he's like, well, are you guys interested in taking lessons?
And there you go. Are you aspiring to black belt level, or is this recreational?
I'm trying.
Yes, okay. Well, good luck in your pursuit there the rest of the day. Tasha Fries is a junior with Mercersburg Academy. Is interested. We share an interest here. You are interested in doing what theatrically?
Set design.
Set design, sort of like this thing that you're standing on here. Why would you want to be involved in set design?
I've been on the school tech crew for 3 years, and I don't know, I just really took an interest in set design.
How does it look? What's pretty about it? My favorite one right now is Dancing with the Stars set, all the lighting and so forth. It's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Tasha, it's good to see you. Good luck today. Matt Bechtel is a senior with Mercersburg Academy. He's a writer, also in the process of writing something. What are you writing now?
I'm writing a story, part of a larger project I'd like to see finished. The one I'm working on right now is about a planet that's involved in a lot of political, economic turmoil.
Okay, along the science fiction genre.
Mm-hmm.
So, and which may partially explain the Cthulhu Cuddles, who has joined us yet again here on the set of Scholastic Scrimmage. It's good to see you, Matt. And Spencer Floor is a junior, and often we hope to see juniors return to Scholastic Scrimmage in their senior years, but we ain't going to get to see you, because where are you going to be?
I'll be in Italy for a year.
What are you doing in Italy?
Just going to school, basically.
Do you speak Italian, or is...
Not yet. It'll be a fun experience.
It will, yeah. We'll give you a couple weeks there, and you'll speak Italian. Yeah, right. And the coach for Mercersburg is Chip Horton. And it is time now for Sights and Sounds. First, we have a sound for you. What type of singing, which you just heard, is Spencer?
A cappella.
Done without musical or instrumental accompaniment, and originally intended to differentiate between the Renaissance polyphony and Baroque concertato style. Social studies, we direct your attention to your monitor. What U.S. national monument in Wyoming, seen here, was established as the first national monument by Theodore Roosevelt in 1906 through the Antiquities Act? Frank?
Devil's Tower.
You are absolutely correct. Actually, the core of an ancient volcano. That is Devil's Tower. Time for another sound. The Lord God omnipotent reigneth, and he shall reign forever and ever are lyrics in what chorus? Spencer.
Hallelujah Chorus.
Which you just heard from Handel's oratorio, Messiah. Hallelujah Chorus is correct. Back to the monitor for a sight from history. What former Jackson County judge, Matt?
FDR.
Nope, I'll finish the question for Redbank Valley. And only president from Missouri, whom you're looking at, occupied the Oval Office during most of the Korean War. Gail.
Harry S. Truman.
Harry S. Truman is correct. Time for another sound, please. What woodwind instrument, which you just heard, is a simple 6-hold instrument that is, Matt?
Recorder.
No, finish the question for Redbank Valley. That is often used in Celtic music. Gail?
Lyre.
No, that's the tin whistle. It's tin, but it's a woodwind. Sights and sounds, arts and literature, back to the monitor. The Last Judgment scene here is a fresco done by Michelangelo on the ceiling of Gail.
Sistine Chapel.
What church in the Vatican City? The Sistine Chapel is correct, and that is Sights and Sounds. 250 to 205. It's close as we go to the final round. First toss-up in the final round is in the category of Pennsylvania. What Scottish immigrant and Pittsburgh
Andrew Carnegie.
Steel magnate endowed over 2,000 public libraries before he died in 1919. Andrew Carnegie is correct. Your follow at Mercersburg Academy. The first test of the power of the federal government came in 1794 when President George Washington used state militias to suppress what revolt in western Pennsylvania near present-day Monongahela?
It was like the farm. What are they called?
It wasn't Bacon's Rebellion.
Try Bacon's Rebellion, I think it went.
Mary.
Bacon's Rebellion?
It was a rebellion, but it was the Whiskey Rebellion. Math and science toss-up. Pencil and paper can help. In terms of R, give the area of a circular sector whose central angle is pi over 3 and whose radius is r. It is pi r squared over 6. Geography toss-up question. The Great Black Swamp, the city of Toledo, and the Great Serpent Mound. Matt?
Kansas.
Nope. Finish the question for Redbank Valley. Are all located in what state whose name comes from the Seneca word loosely meaning beautiful river? Gail?
Ohio.
Ohio is correct. Follow up Redbank Valley. 2 answers required here. In addition to Colorado and Arizona, what other 2 states make up the Four Corners region in the American Southwest? Gail?
New Mexico and Utah.
You are correct, sir. History, toss-up question. The battles of Cerro Gordo, Chapultepec, and Buena Vista were fought during what 1846 to 1848 war? Gail?
The Mexican War.
No. I'll finish the question. Actually, Judge, I'm going to have to defer to you. Finish the question for Mercersburg Academy. For 1846 to 1848 war against a southern neighbor. Matt?
Mexican-American War.
It is the Mexican or U.S.-Mexican War. Mercersburg with the follow-up. What Chinese dynasty's first member was former monk Chu Yuan Chang, who overthrew the previous Yuan dynasty in the 1360s?
Is it Han?
Mary?
Han.
It is the Ming dynasty. Arts and literature toss-up question. The opening speech in a classic Greek play, it's called what? Matt?
Prologue.
It is the prologue. Your follow at Mercersburg Academy. What Spaniard painted the naked Maha and depicted a massacre during the Napoleonic Wars in the 3rd of May, 1808? Mary?
Goya.
Jose de Goya is correct. Pennsylvania. Toss-up question. In 1859, what man with help from Uncle Billy Smith launched the modern oil industry with the world's first drilled oil well in Titusville? Gail?
Edwin Drake.
That is correct. Your follow-up, Redbank Valley. Beginning in 1913, Henry B. Joy and Carl Fisher proposed and helped fund the creation of what first transcontinental highway, a section of which runs through the southern part of Pennsylvania? It was the Lincoln Highway. Toss-up in math and science. Lymphocytic and myelogenous are the 2 main types of what cancer that causes excessive production of blood cells? Carrie?
Leukemia.
That is correct. Your follow-up, Redbank Valley. What kingdom of organisms is involved in the endosymbiotic theory of organelle evolution and the nutrient soup origin of life?
Bacteria.
Gail?
Eubacteria.
Oh, it is the kingdom Monera, or Monera. Social studies, toss-up question. John McBride, George Meany, and Samuel Gompers all led what labor union that in 1955 merged, Spencer?
The Teamsters?
Nope, I'll finish the question for Redbank Valley. Merged with the Congress of Industrial Organizations? Gail?
American Federation of Labor.
The AFL is correct. Your follow-up, Redbank Valley. James Cross and Pierre Laporte were taken hostage by FLQ terrorists in what Canadian province in 1970? Gail.
Ontario.
In Quebec, it happened. And that is going to be the game-ending buzzer, and it was a tight one. We'll say congratulations to Mercersburg Academy. You are moving on to, on May 21st, be playing for the Division II championship game, and we say thank you very much to Redbank Valley. There is a senior on the team, Gail. We wish you the best of success in your future. We've enjoyed having you here over the years. And the rest of you guys, we hope to see you back next year. And thank you for tuning in. For more information about Scholastic Scrimmage, you want to see a complete set of rules? It's fine reading. Go to wpsu.org, and do remember the 3 divisional championship games will be played in prime time on Thursday, May 21st, beginning at 8 p.m. Right now, stay with us as the last Final Four contest continues with Glendale taking on Southern Fulton right here on Scholastic Scrimmage.
We'd like to thank Jostens for providing special yearbooks for all the teams participating this year, and rings for the championship team of Scholastic Scrimmage. For over a century, Jostens has been helping people celebrate, reward, and remember the greatest moments of their lives.
A copy of the program you've just seen can be purchased through Penn State Media Sales at mediasales.psu.edu or by calling 800-770-2111.